Time we're going to be we're going to be talking about something that's really simple, but I believe it's also profound, even in our daily living. Find something about you and celebrate it. Do me a favor, invite somebody, share, tell them coffee time is on. We'll be back after this.
Uh, coffee time, coffee time. Yeah, this ain't your average cup of joe. Listen, I need it in the morning, I need it at night. He always keeps it brewing, he always keeps it tight. Just a little sip, it'll get you right. Terrence Pickett always be the one that gets the coffee right. The coffee's right, the coffee's right in my life. It's never a wrong time over crime to get what's yours and to get what's mine. Come on. Coffee time in my life. Coffee time feels so right. I need a little sugar, put it in my cup. Can you stir it, Terrence? Let me know what's up. And at the end of the show, you can brew another pot. Just make sure you make it hot. Come on. Time in my life. Coffee time feels so right. I need a little sugar, put it in my cup. Can you stir it, Terrence? Let me know what's up. And at the end of the show, you can brew another pot. Just make sure you make it hot. Come on.
Good morning. Good morning and good morning again. Good morning, everybody. Let's see who's all on this morning. Delta. I am Delta. Good morning to you. Some people are on through different streaming sites. Teresa Bryant, good morning. Happy Monday to you. How was your weekend, Teresa? Trina Salisbury, good morning. How was your weekend? I am Delta. How was your weekend? So if I didn't call your name, it's just because I can't see you. You got to say something to me. I promise I'll speak back. I don't know if you all can see this. I'm going to go ahead and talk about it just for a second. I lost a whole lot of weight. I lost a whole, listen, these clothes, they don't fit no more. I want to send a challenge out. And the reason I'm celebrating, that's what I'm celebrating this morning. We're going to talk about some things you need to celebrate. The reason I'm celebrating that, it wasn't easy. Listen, I had gotten so big, and I think when it comes to weight, it's probably the one thing, when you focus on it, it makes it becomes even more challenging. I lost over 50. I'm almost embarrassed to say it, but I was at 293. Straight up. And I started that Love Yourself campaign, and I was determined to get the weight off. I am down to 253. Now, I say I lost almost 50 pounds because in my mind, that's what it was. I know that's 40. But I'm down to about 253. But I was at 293. That's the biggest I ever been in my life. And here's the deal. I got that big because we couldn't go outside and play last year. We couldn't. So stuff started growing on me. I didn't just have one stomach. I started to look like A-Train. Y'all, if y'all pay attention to him, he's small everywhere, but when it comes to his stomach, half his stomach is in his pants, the other half is in his shirt. Now, when you get to the place where your stomach has to split compartments, I mean, if an ant was to crawl up your leg, okay, we won't do that. But I lost the weight. I'm going to tell you how I did it. Do me a favor, invite somebody to share. Invite somebody to share. I'm going to tell you how I did it. First thing that I did is you lose weight in the kitchen and you tone in the gym. So the very first thing that I began to do, I'm not sick either, folk, because my shoulders look a little frail when I look at them. It's because all my clothes are too big. All my clothes are too big. So when the first thing that I began to do to lose weight is I stopped eating starches altogether, rice, breads, pastas, all the stuff that I love. I stopped eating breads. And the other thing that I stopped doing is Michelle Byers, good morning. Janine Baker, good morning. I stopped eating breads and I stopped eating sweets. Yeah. I stopped eating breads and I stopped eating sweets. That was tough. That was tough because I'm not really a sweet person. I like cookies, home-baked cookies, cakes occasionally. But I gave up. I'm going to tell you what the problem was, too. Drinking 3 and 4 of these a day. You see that? I gotten to a point, they are so good to me, that I was drinking 3, 4, sometimes 5. I would drink one before I went to bed. I like strong drink. And this is safe for me. Versus some of the stuff that y'all drink, but this is safe for me. And I was tearing them up. I wake up in the morning, do breakfast, have me a ginger ale bowl. And that's sugar. I'm going to read how much sugar is in this. Well, it's 140 calories per serving. 36 grams of sugar and other sugars, a total 71%. It's nothing but sugar. So that's what I did first. I removed sugars from my diet and pastas. All right. Then I got my fat behind up. I would drink a smoothie. Inside of my smoothie, I would put moringa powder because it gives you a lot of energy. Moringa powder does. So I would put that in my smoothie. And after I finish in the morning, I would go run the bridges in Jayville. I started walking. I did. Start walking. I would walk the bridges in the morning. Then I'd go home to the office, work all day. Then about 6 o'clock, hit the bridges again. Now, for lunch, I would have either a grilled chicken salad, shrimp salad, or I would do a turkey burger, no buns. If you go to Cheesecake Factory, they'll put lettuce around it like the bun, no bread. And then I would do asparagus, side thing of broccoli. I would do that for lunch. I find something not fattening for lunch. And I did that literally, y'all, for 2 months. Kept running the bridges. Then it got to the place where I could actually run the bridges. So I took it in steps. It's kind of what I want to talk about this morning. We overlook it. You know, people want you to celebrate you, but they don't want you to celebrate you too hard. People don't like to see you celebrating you and talking about you celebrating you. They want to be the ones to celebrate you. They want to be. But let me tell you something. You better find something about you to celebrate. It's going to help your self-esteem. It's going to give you the courage to overcome things that are challenging to deal with. It's also going to put you in a space and a frame of mind to not only appreciate yourself, but it's going to give you the drive to want to accomplish something else. You've got to celebrate even the smallest of victories. I'm going to say it again. You've got to celebrate even the smallest of victories. You can't celebrate or measure what you should celebrate by somebody else's success. Well, you know, they did this and I did this, but they didn't make a big deal about it, so I'm not going to make. No, any milestone it's a move in the right direction, and it's something you got to celebrate you for. Whether it's paying off a bill, whether it's losing weight, reaching a goal. Hey, I remember when I went to the bridges the first time, y'all. It was hard walking the bridge because I had gotten so big. I did. It was hard walking the bridge. I mean, just walking. And then I had people passing by, blowing the horn. I never forget Meacham Clark, because I'm on the bridge. I have my earpieces in. So if people are calling, I still got business I got to do. You know, there's still things that has to be done in the run of a day. The world ain't going whole because I'm trying to lose weight. And I never forget Meacham called. He said, Ella, is that you walking the bridge? I said, yes. You need to move faster. The funniest thing ever. It was hot. It was bad, y'all. But I kept going. When I went from walking to running, and I got to the place where I was running about 5 miles, major celebration. I celebrated. I did. I celebrated. You've got to find something and celebrate, because it's in your celebration of accomplishing whatever you've accomplished that gives you the fuel to keep going to the next thing so that you can overcome that, win the victory on that, and keep going. Bishop Irvin Jones. What's up, bro? So it was the weight for me. I lost all this weight. Picket fine. Now, ladies, y'all calm down. I know you see all the weight off and you want to, back then you didn't know me. Now I'm small. You want to, all right. But whatever your milestone is, whatever you've done, celebrate yourself. Don't wait for others to champion your cause. Don't wait for others to throw you a party. Throw your own party. All right? And use that as fuel to go to the next thing to accomplish that. So mine was weight. And then, because of, 2020 was tough. I know we're people of faith. Sunshine 1113. Good morning. I know we're people of faith, and I know that, I know we probably shouldn't say things like this. 2020, we use words like challenging, and it was. But it was hard. It was hard. So I started celebrating just making it through 2020. Now, the point that I'm making this morning with that, because I'm going to move to something else, is find something and celebrate it. Find something that you've done. Find an accomplishment. All right? Whether it's a test, you say, well, I failed the test. At least you took it. You know how long it took you to take the test? You overcame self to take the test. And even though you failed, you're not a failure. And it took courage to even take the test. Did. And you need to celebrate just taking the test. I said this a while ago. It's worth repeating. Sometimes the victory is not in winning. Sometimes the victory is in getting started. So many times we want to wait to the end result to celebrate finishing. But sometimes your victory is in starting. If you, there's some things that's going to take time for you to finish. Do you know what you had to overcome to start? All right, so that's the first thing that I found to celebrate me off. What I want you to do in the comments, come on, this ain't just my party. You on here is your party too. I want you to put at least one thing in that you're going to celebrate. Hey, I just made a decision based on what you said. Yeah, I do need a celebration. What is that one thing? What is it? Share it with us so we can get the party started here. Let me tell you something. If money is the only thing that causes you to celebrate, you're going to be miserable in life. I promise you. You're going to be miserable in life. You need more than money to celebrate. Milestones are important. Now, while you are writing the one thing that you're going to celebrate, we're going to get the party started with you. I want to see it. I'm going to read it. Put it on the screen if I can. I want to publicly, I said it in a post, I want to publicly thank everybody for purchasing, those that purchased this project. I want to publicly say thank you. So let's talk about this for a second. And I'm still waiting for you to type, what is the one thing you're going to celebrate? Let's kick the party off this morning. Now, I talk about me and my failures. I talk about me and my downfalls. I've talked about me and my insecurities. So don't you get no attitude because I feel like I have something that I need to celebrate. Don't you get mad to it was all about him this morning. No, I want you to see the overall message. I have literally unveiled my life. I'm not the one that just talk about victories. I told you all one of my biggest failures. I shared everything. So don't you do me like that. And again, I'm waiting for you to what are y'all going to celebrate? What are you going to throw a party? Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Pamela Davis Stewart, good morning. Deidre Thomas Daniel, good morning. Stephanie Brooks, good morning. Lynn Trail Jacobs, good morning. Dewan McIntyre, good morning. Tanya Woods, good morning. So let me say this before I start thanking you for this. Throw your own party. Celebrate your success. it's going to give you the fuel to attack something else. There's a passion and an energy that is attached to accomplishments. We overlook it sometimes, but it is. There's a joy that is attached when you've accomplished you've accomplished certain things, and you need to celebrate it. Don't let nobody downplay what you have done, because you knew what it took. There's so much of ourselves that we have to overcome before we do anything. We have our own personal insecurities. We have the questions, well, what if it doesn't? We don't want public embarrassment. There's so many things. Then you got to overcome the financial burden. There's so many things that we have to overcome just to get started in achieving anything. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Shame the devil. So you have got to, by all means, people, you've got to find something to celebrate with you. And don't let anybody ruin your celebration, because this celebration is going to fuel the fire for the next achievement. So my first party, and listen, you don't do this once a month, once a week, once a year. You do it as often as necessary. Every time you achieve something, celebrate. Take yourself out, buy yourself something. Sometimes, you know what? It's just, I'm going to turn the phone off. I'm going to unplug from the world. My celebration today, I'm going to have lunch of my choice, eat whatever I want to eat, wherever I want to eat it, and I'm going to chill. And for 2-3 hours, I'm not going to answer anybody's call, respond to anybody's text. I'm not going to check up on the children. Whatever your thing is, unplug and celebrate you. That's important. I lost over 40 pounds, people. As an act, it was my will against my body, but I did it. Told y'all, tight shirts matter. Didn't I tell you that? Huh? Told y'all. I told you, tight shirts matter. All right. The other thing that I am celebrating this morning, this single I released almost, not quite, a few more months. It'll be a year. And I released it during COVID. Who does that? My brother, the late great Troy Sneed, called him. He was like, T, you got to. You got to. We released it during COVID, pushed it online. You know, I would do my online coffee time, my other stuff, and I'd tell everybody to get the single. Hey, make sure you get the single. I'd be in the grocery store asking people, you know any good music? What's in your playlist? Then I pull my single up on my phone, show it to them, download this and tell me what you think. I did. Latrell, it's on all digital outlets. iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, Tidal. It's on all digital outlets. And literally everywhere I went, I started talking about this single. A couple of times I talked about the single on the phone with customer service reps, and I didn't tell them it was me. I let them figure it out. And I started telling people to follow me on social media. Hey, follow me on social media. Follow me on social media. Follow me on social media. I didn't know what it was going to do, what it was going to create. Then when I got with Sony, I was on that platform. Everywhere I went, I talked about it. Here's the deal. Let me be honest. I didn't even like the song. I wrote it, I arranged it, I did all the background vocals. The guy that's on the guitar is Clay Benjamin. I'm going to be talking about this single more and more. We have a video that we're in the process of creating for this single. I didn't even like it. I felt like I could have did better in terms of the vocals. There were a couple of other arrangements that I heard that I wish I had included. So there's always going to be something to talk you out of doing what you need to do. Listen, here's the other thing. People said, man, when did you write that? Listen, I wrote this song and recorded it in 2012. Song was 8 years old before I released it. The song is old. It's old. I finally released it last year. Didn't go clean anything up. Left it as is, released it. Listen to me, folk. We've sold almost 20,000 units. In a pandemic. I have the numbers and the records of who bought what where. And it wasn't, Jacksonville did good. Jacksonville did good. They did. Jacksonville bought over 7,000 units. I didn't do that. Listen, I'm not that smart to be able to know how to sell that many units. And I'm just being honest with you. I didn't do that. You did. You made me great. You supported this song. So I can't listen, if I get an award for it, I've already been nominated for Male Artist of the Year. There's a interview that I have for the single on one of Sony platforms. And I'm not going to get up there and talk about how great I am. I did what I always do. The only thing different is I put it in a song. I put my story in a song. The people loved it. If it was up to me, I wouldn't have released it. Well, I mean, it was up to me, but you know what I mean. I'd have waited, did something better, probably got tied up, probably wouldn't have gotten to it for another couple of years. But thank God for my brother. I'm telling you, man, Troy Sneed, the late, great Troy was in my ear. Now, Troy wanted to record the song too, which said it spoke volumes to me. Listen, then I got a call from gospel legend Joe Pace. Now, you've got to know Joe Pace to understand what I'm getting ready to say. He's not going to flatter you. There's a way he can be nice to you he's a very quiet guy anyway. He doesn't talk much. He called me, he said, T, that song, excellent job. Now, I've done some projects with the great legend, gospel music, Joe Pace. There's one project I did with him where I'm the feature on this one particular song. Some of you don't know my musical background. You don't know my musical heritage. I'm not going to take the time to unpack it here, not today. Here's what I'm trying to get you to see. We sold almost 20,000 units on a project that's been sitting for 8 years, and I almost didn't release it. Thank God for friends who pushed me to, or we never would receive the victory that we're receiving now. I have a meeting this morning. In fact, straight up, I wasn't going to release it. Wasn't going to release it. My posse, my homies told me to, yeah, you need to release that just like that. I sent it to musical critics. One of the critics that I sent it to, my brother Mark Dickerson. Pick this song apart. He called me back. I can't. It's powerful. Listen. I let Dietrich Haddon, based on some of the things he told me, blew him out of the water. So let me pause. I'm bragging on you and what you have done. You did this. I didn't. You did it. The only thing I did is I had to work up the guts to release it. And I didn't want to because I didn't like it. Just telling you the truth. I love it now. And I think the message of the song stands out more than anything else. But you did this, and I want to thank you for it. And I'm going to have, so we're working on a video. I'm going to do another release party. And I'm not going to charge nobody. I want everybody to come. We'll play it. We're going to talk about what it means, the storyline. Maybe we'll do that when we release the video. And just, I don't know how I'm going to do it. All kind of ideas are coming to mind, but just to say thank you. People don't have to be nice to y'all. I don't know if you figured that out yet. People don't have to be nice. I don't care if you've been nice to them. It doesn't put a demand on them to be nice to you. But when you walk and you do the things that God has put in you, God is going to create a way for you to succeed. You may not experience success the way you think success should be done. It may not look that way, but you will succeed. So, I asked you guys to name at least one thing you were going to celebrate, and none of you put it in the comments. Did you not hear me? I want to kick the party off. If you have something you've done that you want to celebrate, listen, because I'm going to ride this out. This right here, me losing weight. Mike Grubbs is on this morning. Mike will tell you how big I had gotten. I was bigger than him, and he's big. Mike's real big. Mike Grubbs, big. And it's mostly in the area under his chest. Find something to celebrate. It's in your celebration that you create a fire to fuel your next assignment, your next project. So, DeJuan McIntyre said, I'm going to celebrate me. You better. Lintrell Jacobs celebrating my life. You better. I'm rocking and celebrating with you too. Tina White McPherson, I did. Oh, okay, let me see, Tina. Now, it could be this software. Vonda Oliver say, I got it. Absolutely love the song. Thank you very much. Thank you, Vonda. Angelia Denise. Lintrell says she's learning to unplug more often. You better. Tina White McPherson says, finding Tina again. It's been an awesome journey back. Girl, let me tell you something. That's good. That's potent, prolific, and profound. Finding you again. Sometimes you got to unplug, get from around what's familiar. I did. Nearly 2 months ago, I took it to Niagara Falls. I didn't tell nobody. I just went. After being there maybe a month and a half, I started to share that I was there, here, however you want to say it, because to me, in my opinion, it was nobody's business. I needed the mental health break. I did. Too much going on. So you got to find you again. That's good. Duchess O'Neill. Oh, I like this. I like this. Hold on a second. Yeah, I like this. This gets me excited. Duchess O'Neill says, I decided to take a business course in April to brand my business. Girl, that's what's up. Woo! Come on, y'all. Y'all give her and Tina and Dewan and Lintrell, give them a one clap in the comments. You've got to celebrate these milestones. You've got to celebrate these decisions. You've got to. You've got to celebrate. Do you know how long it took you to get to the point to even do it? You deserve a party. You deserve a celebration. Come on, y'all. Give them a one clap in the comments. Buck matchmaker of real estate, Tamula. Good morning to you. We're celebrating that. You decided to take the course in business to brand your business. That's good. You're taking your career in your hand. You understand that branding is necessary, and you were willing to take the course to expand and reach and gain the knowledge that is necessary to push your brand. That's good. That's good. That's good. See who else we have. Dewan McIntyre says, I'm celebrating letting that hurt go. Listen. Now you can live again. New life can't start until the old life is ended. The old life is wrapped in old ideologies, old things that are connected, that harm our emotions, that curve our positive pattern of thought. When you release those things by letting the hurt go, you're going to experience a peace, a joy, and a happiness that you've not encountered before. Just by making a decision to let the hurt go. So you all give all one clap. Whoop! Come on, somebody else share before we conclude this morning. I want to celebrate you. I want to highlight the things that you want to celebrate, because I really believe your celebration is the fuel to start the fire for your next victory. Anybody else? So, anybody else? All right, here's another one. This is good. I LLC'd my name. I'm officially Tamula Buck LLC. Give it up for her. See, that's what I'm talking. You're on paper. This ain't some hustle you're doing out your trunk. You went through the system. You got the certifications. You got the light. You got what you needed. You are officially an LLC. That's huge. That is huge. Congratulations. We celebrate with you. Tell us about your business. Tamula, tell us about your business. Duchess, tell us about your business. It may be something we need. Yeah, never know. Lintrell, tell us about some of these businesses you got going on in Atlanta. So I want to talk about these numbers that are up here. There's a lot more than you all see. On my Facebook pages, I changed my privacy settings. It was open to the public. I changed it and I took it back down to friends only. There's certain information, and I just went through a phase of people really don't appreciate you. People don't appreciate your sacrifice, your hard work. And you know what? I'm not going to be the carpet you walk on. So I tell you what, I'm just going to share this stuff with my friends. So my numbers went down drastically when I did that on Facebook. And I'm good with that. I am, because guess what? New people are coming. You need to do something with it. Don't just come on here to say you were on. Take the information, apply it. Do something with it. I may go back public again, and I may not. I'd rather have 20 people that are doing something than 100 people who are just listening. What you listening for if you're not going to do anything? I'm not here to be impressed by numbers. You need to be doing what you're supposed to do in life. All right. So let's see here. Here we go. Tamula says it's for real estate, helping families create a legacy. Also, global career partnerships. This is for consulting, coaching, and training small businesses on customer service, etc. I like it. 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 I like it, Tamula. If you all need a service, you need to just hit her up. You never know. You never know what can happen. Vonda Oliver says, I celebrate new connections, new experiences, and new creativity. Shout out Vonda Oliver. That's what I'm talking about. Lintrell says, I stopped taking clients, but I still have my boutique. This year, I'm dedicating more time to my coaching program to help women attract their ideal audience. So sound like you and Duchess O'Neill, maybe you can coach her. She's taking the branding course on some of the things you did to brand your business, Lintrell. Good stuff. Rosalind Clark Jones, good morning. Rah. So I'm going to conclude, this morning's coffee time. It's really all about the celebration. I think when we celebrate each other, we create an energy that's hard to break. We've got to stand behind each other. Now listen, and maybe I'll talk about this tomorrow. Just because I don't buy your product does not mean I don't support you. You probably don't have what I need. So we've got to talk about these unfair expectations we place on people around us to buy, purchase, and we call that support. Support goes beyond buying, purchasing. It goes beyond that. It really does. Has this person been a voice to you? Have they been in your corner? Can you call them for advice? Have they connected you maybe with other people that you need in the industry? Support is so huge. Every morning I ask you all, I say, hey, invite somebody to share. But what I do may not match your brand. So no, I'm not putting it on my page. I like what you do. What you do is good for me. But for the audience that I'm serving, maybe it's not good for them. You can't be mad about that. It doesn't mean they don't support you. It doesn't mean they don't like your product. It just means what you're doing doesn't necessarily fit where they are. And we can't get mad. You can't be insulted by that. You got to get over it and move on. Anyway, hey, that's coffee time this morning. Thank you. Without your ears, I don't have a voice. You make this possible. We are a match made in heaven. I'm so glad God chose us to do life together. It's because of you I keep showing up. I kid you not. I'm excited like a kid again every time. I really am. Keep doing what you're doing and do it even better, because greater is coming for you. Remember, you were born to win, predestined to succeed. There's nothing that can happen to you today that the wisdom on the inside of you is not able to handle. You got to calm down, slow down, shh, be quiet, let wisdom speak. When wisdom speaks, you will always win. All right. You all have a great, productive day. And remember, the best is yet to come. Never forget to think higher, speak life. Thank you for your participation. I celebrate all of your successes. It's going to get even better. I promise you. Hang in there.
Coffee time, coffee time. Yeah, this ain't your average cup of joe. Listen, I need it in the morning, I need it at night. He always keeps it brewing, he always keeps it tight. Just a little sip, it'll get you right. Terrence Pickett always be the one that gets the coffee right. The coffee's right, the coffee's right in my life. It's never a wrong time over crime to get what's yours and to get what's mine. Come on. Coffee time in my life. Coffee time. Feels so right. I need a little sugar, put it in my cup. Can you stir it, Terrence? Let me know what's up. And at the end of the show, you can brew another pot. Just make sure you make it hot. Come on.